Hello students, welcome to Auja classes Smartness in Education. Here we are going to learn the concept of Cauchy's integral formula and the derivative of an analytic function. So in this formula we will talk about the integration of an analytic function and which is continuous in a multiple connected region and which has been also closed. So let us talk about the Cauchy's integral formula. So it is given as an statement if a function f of z is analytic within and on a closed curve C, and if a is any point within C. In that case, a is any point within the closed curve C. In that case, we can write f of a as 1 upon 2 pi I integration f of z, z minus a dz under the curve C. Here f of z is analytic. That means f of z is analytic. That means it satisfies Cauchy Riemann equations. That means if f of z is given by u plus iv, where z is equals to x plus iy, then del u by del x equals to del v by del y, and del u by del y equals to minus del v by del x. These are the CR equations. Now, let us talk about the proof of Cauchy's integral formula. For this, consider a multiple connected region which is consisted of curves C and C1 respectively. Let us start from this point O, move inside and form a curve C1, and let us consider any point A inside it. The path followed is like this. Now go outside and form another closed region as C. This is the curve C. Now, to prove this, consider the function f of z upon z minus a. Here, the function is not only f of z, but it is complete f of z upon z minus a, which is analytic at all points within C except z is equals to a. Now, with the point A as center and radius r, we have drawn the circle C1 lying inside entirely lying inside C entirely. So C is the larger curve and C1 is the smaller closed curve. So now since f of z upon z minus a is analytic in the region between C and C1 and hence by Cauchy's integral theorem for multiple connected region, we have C f of z upon z minus a equals to f of z upon z minus a. Here we will add f of a and f and subtract f of a in the numerator minus f of a plus f of a dz, and this form can also be written as c f of z minus f of a upon z minus a dz plus f of a upon z minus a dz in the curve C. Now, since we are entirely solving the function within the curve C1, so I have taken the curve as C1 over here. Now, let us again write f of z, z minus a dz equals to C1 f of z minus f of a upon z minus a dz plus f of a dz upon z minus a. This is the equation number first. Now, we again writing the equation number 1 is C f of z upon z minus a dz equals to C1 f of z minus f of a upon z minus a dz plus f of a dz upon z minus a. This is the equation number first. Now let us solve these two parts separately. C1 f of z minus f of a upon z minus a dz equals to 0 to 2 pi. Now, converting the form of functions in the polar form, we get z minus a equals to r e to the power I theta, and differentiating we get r e to the power I theta into I d theta. That means we can write ir e to the power I theta into d theta. So substituting the values in the polar form, we get f. In place of z, we will get a plus r e to the power I theta minus f of a upon a plus r e to the power I theta minus a. In place of dz, we have ir e to the power I theta d theta. By solving, we get 0 to 2 pi f of a plus r e to the power I theta minus f of a, and since I is common, so I can write I into d theta. Now here r is tending towards 0, so that we get c1 f of z minus f of a upon z minus a dz is equals to 0. Now let us take the second part, that is dz upon z minus a. Dz upon z minus a dz. So again, putting the values in polar form, we get dz is ir e to the power I theta d theta upon z minus a. That means a plus r e to the power I theta minus a. Here we get 0 to 2 pi I r e to the power I theta upon r e to the power I theta d theta, and hence we get hence we get the value of second part as c dz z minus a equals to I theta 0 to 2 pi. So we get the value of second part dz upon z minus a as 2 pi I. Now substituting these values into equation number first, so that from first we get c f of z upon z minus a dz. Since the value of first part is 0, so that we get this value as only 2 pi I into f of a. So we can write f of a as 1 upon 2 pi I c f of z upon z minus a dz. This is the formula of Cauchy's integration. and hence proved. Now let us expand this formula for the derivative of an analytic function. Let us consider if a function f of z is analytic, again that means it satisfies its Cauchy-Riemann equation in a region R, then its derivative at any point z equals to a of region R is always analytic in R, and it is given by f dash a equals to 1 upon 2 pi I c f of z upon z minus a whole square dz. Or in general form, if we write fn a equals to factorial n upon 2 pi I, that means the nth derivative of the function at point z equals to a, we get factorial n upon 2 pi I c f of z upon z minus a to the power n plus 1 dz. So, where c is any closed curve in any region R surrounding the point z equals to a. Let us prove the Cauchy's integral formula for the derivative of analytic function. We have from Cauchy's integral formula as f of z upon z minus a dz equals to 2 pi I into f of a, or f of a is equals to 1 upon 2 pi I f of z upon z minus a dz. Now differentiating first with respect to a, we get f dash a equals to 1 upon 2 pi a. Since this is constant, so it will not be affected. See, here we are differentiating with respect to a, so f of z is also constant. F of z del by del a 1 upon z minus a dz. So f dash a is equals to 1 upon 2 pi I c f of z upon integration of this will be z minus a square dz. Differentiation of del by del a 1 upon z minus a is equals to 1 upon z minus a square. So similarly, by solving further terms, we get f double dash a in the similar manner equals to factorial 2 upon 2 pi I f of z upon z minus a whole cube dz. Fn a equals to, in general form, factorial n upon 2 pi I c f of z upon z minus a to the power n plus 1 dz. This is the general form. This is the general form of derivative of an analytic function. So this was the proof for Cauchy's integral formula for the derivative of an analytic function. So in this lecture we have covered two concepts. That means first was the Cauchy's integral formula and extension of this formula for the derivative of an analytic function. In the next lecture, we will solve some problems based upon the concept of Cauchy's integral formula. Thank you. For more educational videos, like and share the Ahuja classes on YouTube channel. Thank you.